Hey there guys, it's Zach again with 1918 British Air Force here with Zlog number 13. This probably has a little bit of a weird title, but I'm okay with that. I don't have the Uber light on from above or the headphones on. The Uber light, I just wanted to show you guys that I am shaving my head, or not shaving my head. I'm growing out my hair for a little while. I'm going to have a nasty little Drew fro in a couple weeks, so look forward to that. And I'm not wearing my headphones because they quit out on me while I was recording this video earlier, and I've recorded this video a couple times because I'm not really sure what I want to say. I usually get into a little bit too much of personal history. I'm just gonna get that out of the way right now. I'm an agnostic. I have always been very wishy-washy about religion, and I've been looking for a religion for the past 4 years or so. Probably when I hit around 16 is when I started, and that's been interesting over the years. I grew up in a Christian family. It wasn't like well, sort of. Around 5, my parents split up, and I used to go to church every weekend with my grandma and grandpa, and that stopped when I left with my mom. So basically around 16, 17, I was wondering why I didn't have a religion, and I didn't want to be a Christian because, I mean, look at this Iron Maiden t-shirt. I mean, I'm I didn't want to be a Christian for, whatever reason. I read the Bible, and it's it just never swayed me. But that's besides the point. I don't know why I have to say that every time I begin this. Probably to make myself seem like less of a nut. And it's not even nutty, really. It's just my views on stuff. So, fuck, I don't even know how to describe this. Let's say, okay, recently I've been reading a lot of Terence McKenna stuff. Actually, probably today is when I started reading Terence McKenna stuff, along with watching a lot of his other interviews. I've always been kind of interested in Terence McKenna. If you guys don't know who Terence McKenna is, he is a psychedelic drug supporter who came to prominence during the 90s. He's basically called the Timothy Leary of the 90s. But it isn't just that. He isn't just a burnt-out hippie. He is a very intelligent individual who has been trying to explain existence, basically, and I find all of his stuff very fascinating. And I don't want to like poorly describe what he's said, but a lot of the catalysts that he's been using are psychoactive drugs, DMT being one of them. In fact, about a month or two ago, I had a conversation with Stereotype and Harley and Ethan about DMT, and that's what piqued my interest, and I believe that's what made me start looking into Terence McKenna. And I find it fascinating, honestly, the whole psychoactive thing, and I've kind of promised myself that I will use stuff like DMT and Taboga and other, or I probably just butchered that, and ayahuasca. I want to try all that stuff, and I want to see what it's like, not for the recreational thing, but for the spiritual side of things, because it is a catalyst for that accessing how did he put it, accessing a information dimension, is the way Terence McKenna described it. And the way he puts it is that shamans have always been doing this. If you guys don't know what an actual shaman is, I'm sure a lot of you know what a shaman is from WoW, right? But a shaman is the spiritual leader of well, not pre-civilized culture, but pre like pre-governmental culture. So they would be, you know, the priests, the healers, the not a leader, but they'd be the elder, and they'd be, you know, the wisest of the groups, and they would for the upcoming shamans, they would send them out into the jungle, get them real high, basically, and on these crazy psychedelics, and then they'd have them come back with something new to bring to the tribe. And usually, I mean, it would work, right? Because they would, you know, talk to the spirit animals and shit. And I think a lot of Western ideology is a little bit freaked out by that, but it's really not that weird, if you really think about it, because within nature, there are these mushrooms. I'm not quite sure what they're called, because they're not bad mushrooms. They're not the ones that get you high. They are, fuck, I can't remember, but they are mushrooms that have essentially internet already made. Like, they're a built-in internet with an open source code that these mushrooms over here can tell these mushrooms over here how to essentially get rid of oil. And that's how there's, I can't remember exactly which oil spill. There's an oil spill on the West Coast not too long ago that they use these mushrooms, and they just eliminated all of the oil. And then there are mushrooms on the other side of the state that they use on the Gulf Coast to help with the oil spill cleanup that did the same thing. And I mean, they're all connected in this crazy way, and it's just like, I mean, it's the same way that our brain works, right? And it's a connectivity between billions of neurons that fire off to make this beautiful thing that we call a body work. And then we made one ourselves. It's called the fucking internet, and we can connect with somebody in fucking Australia and talk to them. We can, you know, share ideas all the way around the world. We can share so much porn around the world. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. I'm kind of rambling, but it's the idea that nature has given us that now I kind of lost myself. Okay, it's Terrence McKenna says that the other dimensions that you go to when you are tripping balls, basically. I know I put this in a really barbaric, terrible way, but it's probably what's keeping you guys entertained. But it's what you go to these information superhighways, basically, an internet dimension, where you can download information for free, and then you can come back and you can bring it to everyone. And I want to try that. And honestly, it's not just Terrence McKenna that says that. It's Grant Morrison, comic book writer from he's done so much stuff. He's one of my favorite comic book writer, honestly. And honestly, that's kind of what got me in this weird direction I'm going with in my life right now, is Grant Morrison, who is a magician and and not a fucking like pull rabbit out of the hat magician, but a full on like I cast a fucking spell on you and it works magician. And he's a very intelligent individual who's very you know, by a lot of our standards, a little bit weird. And you know, I'm a little bit of a weird person too. And I there was a time where I did dabble in magic, and I wasn't. That's the problem, really. I dabbled in it. I didn't devote a part of myself to doing it. And honestly, now I want to devote a part of myself to not magic, but to essentially become a shaman, right? I know that sounds weird, but this is the community I made myself a part of, the internet community. And I'm not going to leave it, per se. I'm going to document anything I do on here. with you guys. If you guys are weirded out by it, I understand. If you guys want to leave the channel, I understand too. But this is something I'm going to do for myself, basically, and for hopefully the betterment of humanity, right? That's what we're looking for. So yeah, I'm going to start meditating again. I was very big into meditating when I was 18. I got really good at it too, but I stopped doing it because I started, you know, playing video games more and more again. And I'm going to try to start doing yoga again, and I'm going to do psychedelics whenever I get a chance. And I will tell you how that goes. But that's something to not exactly look forward to in the Zlogs, but it's going to happen. And if you guys feel uncomfortable, please unsubscribe. I don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable. But yeah, so this has been Zach with 1918 British Air Force. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, dance. I don't really give a fuck, as long as you guys enjoyed the video. That's the part where I say goodbye. So goodbye, everybody. Big red box, click it.